Hello students, in this video we are going to see how Jinja filters work practically. So let us see how it works. So this is the first example in which we are going to print the first letter capital. So home URL is there, display function is associated with home URL, and here we passed one string with variable as name. Name is equal to Radhika. Okay, so let us see what is there in filter1.html. So this is the template and we are going to render filter1.html template within this script. So here we used filter capitalize. Okay, so this is the syntax of filter, curly bracket, then variable name is name, and what is the filter we used here? Capitalize. So variable name and filter, we should club this with the help of pipe sign. So this is the pipe sign. Left side it should consist of variable name, right side it should consist of filter. Okay, so this is the HTML script. So execute this one, ht filter1.py. So here is the assign this one flask app filter1.py and right here flask run. Okay, so it gives you one URL, copy that URL, control C, paste it to the browser, control V. So it will display the output like this. Radhika, look here. First letter it becomes capital. So what would be the output of this one? Capitalize prints the first letter in the capital format. So this one is the first filter. Let us see another one. Filter2.py. So here we are using, we are doing convert string into character list. So we have to supply one name, one string here, and we want to print it character by character in the form of character array. So here again home URL is there and here we passed string as again Radhika. So we rendered here HTML template, that is filter2.html template. Okay, filter2.html. So let us see what are the contents of this one. Here we used filter name list. Okay, list filter is there. With the help of list we can extract the string name character by character. Okay, so let us see what would be the output of this one. So filter2.html is there, filter2.py is there. So right here filter2.py. Okay, run this one. So again it provides one URL. So already we have copied this one. Refresh this. So what would be the output of this one? It will print the given string into the list format. That is, it will extract each and every character from the string. Okay, so we can use this logic to calculate how many vowels are there, how many consonants are there, how many alphabets are there, how many symbols are there, like this. So for these type of questions we can use this filter. Okay, so this is the filter list. Next one, 3.py. So here we are going to convert the string in lowercase format. Okay, so again home URL is there and here we have passed the string name is equal to Radhika. All letters are in uppercase format. So what is the corresponding template here? Filter3.html. So let us see. Here we used filter name pipe sign lower. So lower converts all character to lowercase format. So let us run this one. Filter3.py. Okay, run this. So again it will give you URL. Refresh this one. So what would be the output of this one? It will print all the characters in the smaller case, in the lower case. So this is the output of lower filter. Okay, let us see next one. So here we are going to replace the string. Okay, replace the old string. So what are the contents here? Again home URL is there. Here we used name is equal to good morning. Some text is assigned to the variable name here. And what is the corresponding HTML template? Filter 4.html template. So look here, what are the contents here? Look here, name, this is the variable, and how replace works here? Replace old word comma new word. So here we are going to replace morning word with the evening word, old word comma new word. So run this one. What is the name of this one? Is filter 4. So right here filter 4.py, run this one, flask run, it gives you URL, refresh this URL. So it gives you the output like this, good evening. So morning word, it is replaced by the new word, that is the evening. So this is the text filter. Next one, filter 5.py. Here convert to uppercase. So similar to lowercase, we can convert characters into the uppercase format. Here again some string is supplied to the variable name, okay, and the template, HTML template, filter 5.html is there. So what is there in filter 5.html? This is the variable name, and which filter we used here? Upper. Okay, so it will convert all the characters to uppercase format. So execute this one, filter 5.py, run this one. So it gives you again one URL, refresh this URL. So what it gives here? This gives you all letters in capital format. So this is the upper filter. Next one, here 6.py, print word count. So what is the use of this one? It will print how many words are there in the given string. So what are the contents here? Name is equal to good morning. What is the template here? Filter 6.html. So open this one, filter 6.html. So what type of filter is used here? Name, pipe sign and word count. Okay, so it will count number of words. So run this one, filter 6, run. So same URL is there, refresh it one. So what would be the output of this one? Word count is 2 because it consists of good and morning. 2 words are there. So it gives the output word count is equal to 2. Okay, let us see the new one. Then this is the 6th one, 7th one. So here number is given minus 18.5, numerical value is given, and what is the filter? 7.html file is there. We are going to print here absolute value of that particular number. So what is the filter here? Absolute, number, pipe sign, absolute. Okay, so absolute value means what? The magnitude of that particular value, means we want to print it without any sign, that is called as magnitude. Okay, so filter 7.py, run it. It will again give you one URL. So refresh this one. What is the value here? 18.5. What was our input there? Minus 18.5. So it gives answer without any magnet, without any sign. Okay, then next one, 8.py. Here again 8.py and 8.html. Let us see how it works. So here 8.py, it gives you floating point value, float value. Okay, suppose we have 10 value and we want to print it in floating point format, so we can print it. What is the input here? No is equal to 10. So we have given here numerical value, and what is the HTML here? Filter 8.html. So open this one. So here we used float filter. Okay, no pipe sign float. So it gives you only the floating point value. So run this. filter 8.py. We here one URL is there, refresh this one. So how it gives 10.0. So we have given here only the numerical value 10 and we want to print it in floating point format. So we used here float. It gives you output 10.0. Okay, next one. This is the 8th one. Then look here, 9th one. Here find the length of string. So how many characters are there in the string? We can find out with the help of length. So here string is given, okay, and the HTML template is filter9.html template. Look here, we used here length filter, name, pipe sign, length. Okay, length filter is used here. So how it works? It will calculate length of string. So execute this one, filter 9, run this one. Okay, it gives you one URL, refresh this. So length is equal to 3. How many characters were there? 3 characters were there in ABC. So it gives you length is equal to 3. Okay, so this is the length filter. Next one, 10.html. So corresponding file here 10.py. Okay, length of list or length of string. So what is the corresponding here? Length. So we can apply here length of list. So here we can assign A, then B, comma C. Okay, 3 characters are there and it consists of list. List parameter is passed to the script. Okay, so A, B, C, these are the content of list which is stored in the variable name. And what is the corresponding HTML file? Here we again used length filter. Okay, we want to calculate length of list. So execute this one. What is the name here? 10. Okay, so filter 10.py, run this one. So it gives you again one URL, execute this. So it gives you length is equal to 3. How many characters are there? 3. So we can use length function with any data type if it is having string data type or list data type. We can calculate length by using length filter. Okay, next one. Print the list of length of list. This is already over. Then this is to check input is string or not. This is the test filter. So many test filters are there. We have to use this test filter either with if or with test. So we can use it with if. What it does, it will check whether the input is string or not. The data type is string data type or not, because when we are going to create login form or another form, student information form, we have to check the contents, because customer client is going to enter any type of data. If name, we want to enter name there, and if he or she enters 1 2 3, it will be invalid. So that invalid data will be stored to the database and it will give you errors. So before entering data to the database, we have to check validity of that particular data, because data should be relevant. Okay, so here in that programming stages we can use these test filters. So this is the first test filter. With the help of this we can check whether the input is string or not. So here string is given as input, filter 12.html template is there. So here, look here what we used here. So if name is string, okay, if conditional statement is there, name variable is there, is string. If it is string means if it is true, it will print name on the screen. Else part of this one means if it is false, this gives you this is not a string. Okay, if else and if statement is there, and we are going to check only the entered name is the string or not. Okay, so run this one. So what is the name of this program? as filter 12. Filter 12.py, run this one here. So check this, URL is already there. So what is the statement here? If given name is string, print that string. So it will print string ABC. Suppose we entered here input 12.py. Suppose we entered here 100. Name is equal to 100. Okay, numerical value is there, and we can execute it again. Filter 12. 12.py, run. So when we execute this one, what it gives here? This is not a string because we have given here data 100 for the variable name. Okay, like this we can check string for string, we can check for numerical values. Okay, so this is the filter. Next one, filter 13.py. So it will check whether the input is number or not. Okay, so what is the input here? No is equal to 10, and we want to check it whether this value is numerical value or not. 13.html file is rendered here. So filter 13.html, what it has? If number is no is number, then print that number, else print error message, this is not a number, and this if is ended with end if statement. So it will check for numeric validations. So here filter 13.py, run this one. Okay, same URL is there, execute this. So what it gives here? 10, because we inputted here 10 value, it will print that value. If we inputted string value, what it gives here? The value is not a string, not a number. Okay, like this is not a number. So this filter, it will check for numerical value. Then next one, here print the string in reverse order. Okay, this is the another filter. So here we have supplied here A, B, C, D, E as the string, and the corresponding HTML template is filter 14.html. So here we used filter reverse, name, pipe sign, reverse. Okay, reverse is the filter and name is the variable. So let us see how it works. So run this one, filter 14.py. So Flask run, same URL is there, refresh this. So it gives you the reverse of entered string, EDCBA. So with the help of reverse filter, we can reverse the given string. Okay, then next one. Here print first element from the list. If list is supplied as an argument, then it will print the first element from the list. So what is our input here? List is equal to A, B, C, D, E. Okay, this is the list format. And what is the corresponding template here? We are going to render filter 15.html. So what are the contents of this one? We used here filter first, list, pipe sign, first. So it will print first value. First means the character present or the string present at the 0th index. That would be the first one. So let us execute this one. Filter 15.py. Okay, run this one. So URL, execute this. So it displays the first character from the list, that is small a. Okay, next filter 16.py. So here again list is given as input for this one, and within this HTML file we are going to print the last value. Look here, this is the filter, list, pipe sign, last. Last means the last value. So execute this one, filter 16.py, run this. So here same URL is there. So it gives you output as E. E means the last value. Okay, so with the help of these two filters, we can print first value from the list or we can print last value from the list. Second one, 17.py. Okay, join the substring. Suppose list is there, so we can join substring with string also, or we can apply this for list tuple also. Here we are using list as an input. So list is having A, B, C, D, E, and we want to attach some characters for these present characters. Okay, so here the filter is like this. Look here, list input variable join AA. Okay, so it will, what it works, how it works, so it will join, it will concatenate character AA to the to each and every element in the list except the last one. Okay, so this is the use of join filter. So let us see how it works. Here 17.py, run it. Okay, same URL is there, refresh it. So how it displays the output? S, A is attached with AA, B is attached with AA, C is attached with AA, D is attached with AA. Okay, so it joins the AA string with each and every character of inputted list except the last one. So this is the output of join filter. Then let us see another one, 18.py. So to print random value, sometimes we need to print random value from the inputted value. Question bank is there, we want to print question randomly, so we can use here random filter. Okay, here we have inputted list as an input, and we rendered here filter 18.html template. So here we used random filter, list pipe sign random. So it will print random value from the inputted value. So let us execute this one. What it displays is, what is the number of filter? 18, 18.py. Run this one, refresh it. So at this time it will print value A. Second time when we execute this one, this may print another value. Third time it may print another value. So it takes the value randomly from the inputted values. Okay, so it is the filter to print random values, random. Then next one, to display in sorted order. So we can print string or we can print list in the sorted order with the help of this filter. So U, E, A, O, I, these are the input values, and here we rendered filter 9 HTML template, and we used here sort filter. Okay, list pipe sign sort. So we are going to sort this one. So what would be the input of output of this one? S filter 19.py. Run this. So execute this one. So A, E, I, O, U. So this is the output. So it will print each and every character in ascending format. We can print it in descending format also, but this filter prints the values in ascending order. Okay, next one, 20.py. So display reverse order. We want to print the list in reverse order, so we can print it in reverse order. So here is the input, filter 20.html is rendered here. So what filter we used here? List pipe sign sort true. When we passed here parameter 2, it will print that list in descending order. Okay, so let us see output of this one. Run this one, filter 20.py. Okay, so flask run. So same URL is there, execute this one. So it gives the output like this, UOIEA. So this prints the text in descending order format. So in this video we have seen how filters can apply to the string or numerical input, how it works, what would be the output of each and every filter. So practice this one. We are going to use these type of filters in the database management system. Okay, so Thank you.